In the heart of the Ashanti Kingdom, nestled between the Pra and Ofin rivers, there lived a young woman named Akua. She was known throughout the village not for her beauty, though she was fair, but for her insatiable curiosity. Akua questioned everything: why the sun rose in the east, why the river flowed south, and why the elders held certain traditions so dear. One tradition particularly puzzled her: the forbidden path, a narrow, overgrown trail that snaked away from the village and disappeared into the dense, silent forest. No one was ever to walk it. "It leads to the place where the sky weeps," the elders would say, their faces grim. "Only sorrow is found there." But Akua's curiosity was a fire that could not be quenched by warnings. One afternoon, as the village settled into its midday slumber, she slipped away. The forbidden path was just as they described it, daunting and silent. Thorny vines snagged at her cloth, and strange, twisted trees loomed over her like silent guardians. The further she walked, the more the air grew heavy and damp, and a soft, rhythmic patter reached her ears. It sounded like gentle rain, yet the sky above was clear. After what felt like hours, she emerged into a breathtaking clearing. Before her was a sight beyond imagination. A colossal baobab tree, so ancient its bark was like wrinkled stone, stood in the center. From its highest branches, shimmering droplets of pure, clean water fell like a constant, gentle shower, pooling into a crystal-clear pond at its base. This was it, the place where the sky wept. It wasn't a place of sorrow, but of unparalleled beauty and life. The air was fresh, and the ground was carpeted with the most vibrant, otherworldly flowers she had ever seen. Akua felt a sense of peace she had never known. Drawn by an unseen force, she dipped her hands into the pond. The water felt cool and alive. As she brought it to her lips, a wave of understanding washed over her. She didn't see visions or hear voices, but she suddenly understood the interconnectedness of things, the whispers of the wind, the language of the rustling leaves, the secrets of the soil beneath her feet. She understood why the river flowed south, following the pull of an ancient thirst, and why the sun rose in the east, eager to greet the weeping tree. The sorrow the elders spoke of wasn't sadness, but the profound weight of knowledge, the burden and beauty of understanding the world's deepest truths. Akua returned to the village as the sun began to set. She didn't speak of the weeping baobab or the water of knowledge. How could she explain such a thing? But something within her had changed. Her endless questions were replaced by a quiet wisdom. She began to anticipate the needs of the village, knowing when the rains would fail by the scent of the air and which herbs would soothe a fever by simply looking at their leaves. The elders watched her, puzzled at first, then with growing respect. They never asked where she went that day, but they saw the light of the weeping tree reflected in her eyes. Akua, the girl who was once just curious, became Akua the Wise, a living legend whose wisdom, born from a forbidden path, nourished her people for generations. Thank you so much for journeying with me through this story. If you enjoyed this tale, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories from around the world. Your support means everything. See you next time.